like a Hellcat.
Oh, so I am gonna be Mafia Shark for this video. I was going to use my fursuit head for Tyrone, my main self-insert Sona, but then I realized his tooth is still broken, and I am too lazy to hot glue it right now, so here we go. Here we go. So let me just set up the scenery, okay? So we were doing the practice ACT today for 1st through 3rd period. Pretty long time. We were in there in the cafeteria for half of a day. So basically, I'm going to explain the setup real quick. So we all had to go into the cafeteria, sit down in our assigned seats. Also, we were with other people in our homeroom classes. So I unfortunately got a bad end of the stick. Of course, there's not really okay, competent people for the most part in my cards. They all pretty much suck. So I was just sitting there at my assigned table. I didn't want to be there, and probably none of us wanted to be there. And I sure as heck didn't want to be there, because I literally had to sit right beside of somebody I got mad beef with, okay? Right beside of him. So, you know, when I'm sitting there, I interact with a couple of the people beside of me. Now these people aren't objectively bad. They're okay. I mean, they're not football players that smell like pickled bologna, so that's a thing. So I just I talked to them a little bit. I'm just like, you know, I made a joke earlier about how everyone in our cards class smells like pickled bologna, but now I'm actually smelling pickled bologna. So that was a fact. That wasn't really a symbolism or a jab at anyone. That was a fact. I smelled pickled bologna at that moment. So, you know, the guy on the other side of me, the one I had beef with, the one that was my friend at one point that decided to drop me out of the blue like some bastard, well, he was just sitting there, and I just kept on talking. I'm just like, you know what, fam? I want out of here. I don't want to do this. Like, no offense to y'all. I pointed at, you know, the two people that, like, I have no beef with, because, like, if I'm over here saying, like, I have nothing against the other guy, that would be a lie, because I did have something against him, obviously. He literally backstabbed me. I literally do have beef with him, so it'd be a lie if I said nothing against you, right? Like, don't you want me to be honest? Like, don't people want me to be honest with them, you know? So, like, basically, I wasn't even talking to the guy. I was trying to talk to these other people, because, like, you know, they were at my testing table. Like, if I'm gonna spend, like, 3 hours with you, I at least want to get to know you a little bit. I at least want to know your name and your pronouns, you know? So I'm just over here trying to talk to these people because, like, you know, I'm gonna be stuck with them for half the day. What else am I supposed to do? Suffer? So basically, the other guy, he just looks at me. He's kind of like, you know, I know you're talking about me when you say stuff like that, right? I'm just like, but I wasn't talking about you. I'm literally just stating the fact I want to get out of here, and I didn't include you in the no offense against you all, because, like, you know, I have beef with you. I'm okay if you get offended, man. I don't care. So then, I'm just like, what's up with you, dude? I thought you, like, never wanted to talk to me again. Like, why are you talking to me right now? And he's just like, oh, well, things come to a head, you know? And, you know, for a second, I was a little confused on what he was saying. I thought either he's saying he wants to give me the head, or he wants to beat me up or something. I don't know. Maybe he's saying something like, something's ahead, you know? And, you know, I'm kind of just thinking, oh my god, I hope he's not threatening to run up on me, because, like, he's small. So, like, so, you know, I just kind of ignored that statement. I kind of just made a comment like, okay, meet me at 8. And So I'm just like, okay, well, meet me at 8. Also, dude, you do realize I have every right to be mad right now, but I'm not. But for the record, I wasn't projecting onto you, but like, even if I was, I have every right to. All I was doing was stating that I don't want to be here, which I'm sure all of us feel. So then he's just like, "Oh yeah, and you sit near me on purpose every time you come into homeroom." I'm just kind of like, "Oh God, no! What type of crack are you on? Of course not. Of course I don't try to sit near you. I don't even want to be here. I hate my homeroom class, and I don't want anything to do with most of these people. Please just shut up." And oh my God, he used to go off. He's just like, "Oh, why do you talk the way you do? Do you think it makes you look big? Does that? Do you think you can control anything in your life by doing that?" And I'm just like, I'm just kind of like, "Yeah, that's how it is, man. Yeah." And I'm kind of talking in my Blaze stoner voice because I'm not taking the conversation seriously. So I'm just like, "Yeah, that's what it is, man." And I'm kind of thinking in my head, he's saying that I think I'm big, but like, he's intimidated by me and my mere existence and my near breathing in his direction is traumatizing and scary for him. I say something after that. I try to humble him down a little bit because he's getting all fiery on me. I'm just kind of like, "Hey, listen, dude. I'm gonna be real with you. You did a very bad thing to me, and that's something you're gonna have to live with for the rest of your life, whether you're comfortable living with the fact you did it or not. You chose to drop me. That's a choice you're gonna have to live with for the rest of your life, even if I'm not picking at you all the time, which I wasn't really intentionally picking at him. And if I do, I don't know. Like, he apparently said that I make jabs at him a lot, but last time I remember, the only thing I talk about in cards class is how I don't want to be there and how I just want some marijuana. It's hilarious because, even if this guy wants to put on this facade like he doesn't realize he did something bad to me, he literally has his guilty conscience eating at him so much that he thinks everything I do is a direct attack towards him. And, like, funny thing is, like, he gets mad at me for essentially breathing. One time he literally was messaging me on Twitter being like, "Don't come to world history tomorrow. Don't come to world history." Pretty much. Well, he was saying, "Oh, well, you being here makes me uncomfortable, and I'm gonna have anxiety attacks if you're here." I'm just kind of like, "Well, what do you want me to do? Not go to world history? You just want me to skip world history?" And that's why I had to change my schedule last year, because he was being such a pain in the butt and he wouldn't shut up about it.
So that was my very first story time. I just spilled a bunch of tea, but I'm not gonna name drop. Don't try to attack people. Please don't. I'm just doing this for fun and satire because I find it funny. And I'm making